Yeah, good afternoon, students. This is a self-learning topic on pointers and functions. How we can pass the pointers as arguments to a function. That is one concept we would like to learn in this self-learning topic. And another important concept is that how we can call a function with a function address. Okay, that is call it as a pointer to a function. Okay, so functions taking pointers is one concept. That is what we are calling it as a call by pointer mechanism. And another concept is function pointers. So how we can make use of these pointers to call the function indirectly without using the function name. So that we would like to discuss in this particular self-learning topic. Now I would like to share my PPT. So I would hope I would you would like to see my screen. Fine. So the self-learning topic is pointers as function arguments. Fine. So lecture objectives is that the session will develop the students' knowledge on functions having pointers as arguments, and another one is function pointers. So how we can use these function pointers, that we are going to discuss these two important topics. Functions having pointers as parameters, and another one is function pointers. Fine. So we'll see with how we can pass the addresses to a function. So in C programming, it is also possible to pass addresses as arguments to a function. Okay, to accept these addresses in the function definition, we can use pointers. So for example, here we are writing a function swap function, which is taking two pointer variables, int star n1, int star n2. Fine. So here in the call statement, function call statement, we will pass the address of num1 and address of num2. So int num1 is equal to 5, int num2 is equal to 10. So in the calling function, we are passing the addresses, we are passing that. So after function is executed, now we are trying to print num1 value and num2 value. Now here in the function, whatever the formal parameters we are calling here, the formal parameters must be of pointer type, it should be there, because we are passing the addresses here to receive that address, to store that address. Here we are declaring it as n1, n2 as the pointers, int star n1, int star n2. Then we are declaring int temp is equal star n1 is equal star n2 equal to temp. So here what we are doing here is that we are swapping this num1 and num2 values, we are swapping through these pointers n1 and n2. So here if you try to print that here num1 and num2 value, it is going to print num1 value as 10 and num2 value it is going to print it as 5. Whereas before calling this swap function, the num1 value is 5, num2 value is 10. Fine. So this is nothing but here the function swap is taking the pointers as an arguments. Okay. So we are passing the addresses of variables as an arguments to a function. So the receiving formal parameters must be of pointer types. Fine. So this is what we are calling it as the first mechanism. So then second one is function pointers. So function pointers point to code like normal pointers. So it is pointing to a function code. So in function pointers, function name can be used to, in place of function name, we can use function's address. A function can also be passed as an argument and called return from a function. Fine. So the declaration will be like this: function return type. Okay, function return type, then within the within the braces, rounded braces, star pointer name, and then function arguments list. So this is what the declaration. So here we will see an example. We see that. Okay, so we are defining a subtraction function. So normal function we are defining here, so which takes two arguments a and b and returns a minus b value. So this is a function subtract function. So if you want to invoke that subtract function, so we can make use of a function pointer we can use to call this particular subtract function. So how we can declare a function pointer here? So the function return type is integer, it is returning integer. Star fp, this is a function pointer. Okay, and it is what are the function arguments it is taking? Two integers it is taking, int comma int. So which function it is, function pointer is pointing to, which function it is pointing? It is pointing to the func subtraction. So is equal to subtraction. So that means it is pointing to the subtraction function pointer. Now we can call this fp of 5 comma 4, then whatever the result it is returned, that will be cached into this result variable. Now it is indirectly calling this subtract function, it is calling that. Got the point? So this is how you can call the function with a function pointer. So using function pointer, we get the result as result. Fine. So this is a simple example demonstrating how a function pointer can be declared. And just while you are declaring the function pointer, assign the name of the function to that function pointer, so that a function will also have an address, memory address. The function name itself is also have a memory address, because it is going to be stored. The function code is going to be stored in the memory. So that is the reason here we can declare a pointer to that memory address, and we can call that particular function. We can call that particular function through that function pointer. We can call that. Fine. So this is how you can declare that. So the outcome of this session is that after completion of the session, you will able to develop the code using call by pointer mechanism, as well as you can call the functions indirectly by making use of function pointers. Fine. So thank you one and all. So I would like to stop my session.